Now this right here is an A320 cockpit, and we have a co-pilot that doesn't have eyebrow hair for some reason. And this right here is my way too tiny workspace, which has fragments of an A320 cockpit. You know, we've made so many videos now about, for some reason they always do Airbus products.
But if you are interested in something from Boeing, I have the right thing for you.
You know, wherever I go, I now have this on my keychain. The 737 Master Warning ADHD device.
Order it now on the Swissair store for it to arrive before Christmas.
You know about the WinWing stuff? We're selling quite a lot of flight sim hardware. For example, the throttle is pretty cool, you have to say. The glare shield stuff is pretty cool. And for the price, pretty insane. Because normally this would be, of course, 3 times this price. Like $1,000 at least for an autopilot panel back in the day. This is now changed. We also talked about stuff like, you know, this landing gear lever right here, which you can buy in a set for $116, where you even have the clock and everything, like even more stuff, the MCDU. But you know what? There's one product that's completely missing, and that's very important for this kind of flight simulation. Because the truth is, what is annoying to click? I mean, this right here, for example, is an overhead panel by the company of Rosefire. And yes, well, it's kind of cool to have these little buttons right here, these little, you know, battery, for example. It's not necessarily super important. I might as well just use the mouse. See, these panels are all about replacing the mouse after all, but where I really need to replace the mouse is airplane features where you have to dial in something. You know, there's nothing more annoying than having to dial in the target altitude, target speed, even the QNH. But I'm really glad to have this nowadays, really. But you know what's incredibly annoying to fly when you're like realistically flying on VATSIM or SayIntentions? It's this, the frequency selector. Let's imagine you want to talk to 118.2 and you have to scroll all the way to 118.2 and you have to scroll back because that didn't work and I want 2 and get to 2. It's like super annoying. Your mouse wheel is overutilized. I'd honestly rather have a communications panel where I can literally do this as a hardware than even like an APU. I'd rather, you know, have that. But already today, I'm going to show you a product that does exactly that. You know, a few months ago, I made a video about this product by, once again, the company of Rosefire. This costs $300 to $379, and honestly, it's all right. Here's the logo. It's all right of a product. It's definitely like, in terms of quality, maybe a little bit overpriced, but it's probably because it's such a small scale production, right? And well, still for the price is the cheapest overhead panel you can get. And you see what they have here as well. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen, a communications panel, 1-to-1 scale RMP, ACP, radio and audio panel. And this I think is extremely cool and what I'm looking forward. And that's probably the, like, honestly, I'm a small man, I have a small desk, I don't really have a lot of space to fit anything. So instead of having a landing gear lever that I can just press, I mean, I should press G or use the mouse, I don't care about this. What I really care about is what is inside this box. And it's like the thing, my channel's now reached such a flight simulation geek level that companies like this one, Rosefire, will just send stuff to me without even asking me. This showed up at my door and I looked inside and I was like, wait, they have a comm panel now? I'm not kidding. So yeah, they sent this to me. Thank you to Rosefire, but especially thanks to you for watching these reviews. I mean, it's crazy that they send me the stuff for free without even asking me. Anyway, let's take a look at this box. It's very A320. I think I like this. I like the box already. Let's take a look and give this product a fair chance. I think the unboxing didn't really go too well there. Oh, sorry. So here we have a manual of the Rosefire. Yeah, the usual stuff. This is all about the software integration of this product. See, this is like the problem. How'd you get this product to communicate with a flight sim? Yeah, we're gonna get to that in a second. Anyway, foam. I just threw that on myself, didn't I? And this right here is already the interesting part. Yes. Now this looks a lot different than the one in the, sorry, my bad. They make like very different products. Oh, this is interesting. Sorry. This is the $250 all-in-one RMP plus ATC panel. They also have to 1-to-1 scale if you want to build a full-on cockpit. That's actually kind of cool. This is like a 1-to-1 scale. But you have so many dials there, especially for the VHF 2 and 3 and HF, which you don't really need. I'd rather just have the VHF 1, VHF 2, activation, deactivation, all that. This is all I need, really. That's really cool. And we also have the transponder. And it's a very simple product. Now, this is a metal base, which has always been kind of nice. And the quality doesn't, I mean, it doesn't seem bad at all. It seems pretty decent. Now, this is, okay. Now this would not happen to a real A320 cockpit, but I honestly, so far it looks great. Like that's all I can say. That's good. Anyway, what I'm liking is that this thing of course has USB Type-C, very important. Oh my god, they have like a lot of stuff. The desk mount is pretty sick. I need that. Wow. Now, let me go and USB-A, plug it up to my computer. Which one of those do I have? I don't have AIDS. No, I don't have AIDS. I'm not Charlie Sheen. Anyway, this is the thing plugged in, but no magic yet. Because we need to download some extra external software. There's one called FSUI PC that we need that's free, as well as MobiFlight. MobiFlight lets you connect, Arduino computers, which is probably something they have in here, to be honest, and make them usable as a flight simulation device, that's able to actually change the external sim bars, as they're called, that, for example, say, hey, speed is 116. So yes, you need to use external software. Whereas, for example, with WinWing, it's always been like this. You just turn on the Sim App Pro app. There we go. It starts up now, and it detects all the games and all the things. And as you can see, suddenly, just right now, it's just a second ago, due to the plug and playness, there we go, got this thing to synchronize, plug and play, and that makes the whole product of WinWing very streamlined. Anyway, this is not like that. We don't have like an app, we have to download a configuration file, and we first of all have to find what is our product at all. We have the A105. Aha, here's the A105. Let's go and download it. Hey, and look, they really tried their best here. They have a video tutorial. Could be worse. Like, the truth is everyone will be able to, install this product. But it can be a bit of a hit or miss. All right, here it is. The 104. Let's go and open it. Yes. Okay. We can run the script now. Python environment not ready. Okay, I've just installed Python. Ah, there we go. Now it works. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I've already installed Python. It works. Halfway. Oh, no, it does work fully. This right here is the autopilot panel. What I like is that there is sort of like a flange going on, just like in a real plane. And as you can see, this works, and this really makes all the difference. What I like, genuinely, is that the dialing really is good. It really feels good to use this dial. As you can see, it synchronizes. As you can see, this switches frequencies. Now, we can turn off and on the VHF. In fact, we can even change the volume. This is the Phoenix. And this product does what it's supposed to do. Oh my god, this actually makes all the difference. What is this? This is 1 and 2. This is, of course, the squawk system. So we can, for example, squawk 7. Oh, never mind. We have to clear that first, funnily enough, which doesn't synchronize. Guys, hello? Like, the button actually works. That's true, but now the screen does. So this is the thing. So it can only display when the number is fully entered. So 7777 only enters it only shows up when the number is done entering. That's a bit dumb, but that's only software. I think that can be fixed. So the IDEM button works as well. That's good. Tara, we can set the transponder on and off, as well as the system. I really don't know what that does. Oh yeah, there we go. It does actually something. So this is for the weather radar. The predicted wind shear right there. And this is for, oh wow, this is actually a nice feeling switch. I do have to say, like, the switching, just hear the sound. Yeah, sounds pretty good. Now we can change from VHF2 to VF. There we go, that worked. I mean, this product does what it's supposed to do. So let's go ahead and have a little bit of a test. I'm gonna use my partner SayIntentions.AI, the best AI platform out there, as you might know. I'm just gonna blindly dial into 129.605, the automatic terminal information service of the Nice airport. So 129.605. I'm just gonna blindly do that. 129er. Wait, so this big switch doesn't actually work now. Would it work in real life? Of course it would. I know all of these things are software matters, right? And so you can basically completely change the whole configuration of this panel yourself. You can literally do anything. But for this kind of money, I kind of expect the software integration to work perfectly. I mean, in terms of the hardware, this should work, huh? Apparently it's supposed to be encoder 1. This one is the big one, right? Because it says it's here. The outer knob. Problem is, it's broken. Maybe I can just restart the software or replug this. And actually, this is embarrassing because now it works. Okay. Sometimes And that's like the thing, it's definitely a software issue. It's like MobiFlight not recognizing something. Now it suddenly works. So I'm sorry. Say intentions, let's go ahead. 129.605. 129er decimal. Oh yeah, this is actually quite nice now. Wait, I look here. 605. All right. Look at that. And, but all right, we switched to the frequency now, but we can't hear anything. Why? Because both Say Intentions listens to the audio, which is right here, which is set to low, but also this one, of course, does audio, so we should... Yes!
Departing runway 4 right.
As you can see, it works. And this is the call button if we wanted to actually, you know, use our call button. As you can see, we can switch right there. This is really cool. Now this works. I'm sorry for the inconveniences later on. In fact, okay, never mind. The squawking is still... Oh, no, it doesn't work at all anymore. What a shame, guys. Anyway, something that is really cool, and I wanted to show you guys this, is the backlighting. See, here we have a mysterious knob. What happens to the airplane if we use it? Hold on. This is supposed to work. Damn it, MobiFlight. All right, I'm sorry, now it works. We can pull on this, and as you can see, it does this. It brings out the backlight, because it's automatically synchronized to the integrated lights of the AIRBUS. What I think is really cool, something it doesn't do though, is change the actual lighting levels of the LCDs, but that's fine. Let me just go and turn off the lights real quick, which is gonna turn off this camera. And now we have a better view here. Look at this. As you can see, the backlight really does change on the rest of the hardware stuff as well. So what can I say, ladies and gentlemen, about the comm panel? I think it's really cool when it works. Look, it does work now. I don't know. Sometimes you just have issues with it, and this is like the big problem with the MobiFlight module. But other than that, I mean, the hardware is totally fine, I feel like. They should really come out with a proprietary software, though, I feel like, to make it, you know, more streamlined. So everybody, other than that, this is definitely going to stay in my setup. This is going to stay on the small desk that has very limited space. Because the truth is, this is a very essential item to a flight sim setup. So it is really nice. Thanks to Rosefire for sending me this. And so thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow as always. Good night. The special thanks goes out to my members, my supporters, Guns Killer, R27, James Duram, That Dude, Anime Gods of Gaming, Derek, Insider Plane, Nishijitsu Fanner, Professional Jamal, Ryland Williams, and New the York. You've got beautiful names.